My name is Dado, and explosions is shit. Welcome to XboxAhoy Weapon Challenge, Episode 7, featuring the 5.7, how convenient. Click. 5.7 silenced, so pistol only, with lightweight, fast hands, dexterity, tac mask, 2 concussion grenades, and a C4. Now, before I begin talking about the class, I want you to appreciate how badly this dude gets owned right about now. So good. Okay, so when I first loaded this class up, I was like, oh, great. We have a silenced pistol, and 5.7 has some of the worst range for any gun in the game. And it's silenced, so we lose that range. Don't get me wrong, it has a 2-hit kill, very close range, but you gotta be like touching them to get a 2-hit kill with this gun. So I thought this was going to be quite brutal, and it was quite the contrary. This is my 3rd attempt, and I'm running no score streaks that kill. So, I mean, not that really makes a difference, but I was surprised at how well this actually worked. Because for all the negatives of the 5.7, it's got a 20 bullet mag, which is outstanding, and it has 0 recoil, absolutely 0. So, you know, yeah, you might have to take 6 shots at range, but you'll be able to hit most of them reliably. And it has the fastest, you know, pistols have a much faster raise time than any other gun, so you'll be able to get the jump on people even more than usual. So that definitely was a contributing factor. Not to mention the headshot multiplier on the gun is higher than average. So, and I do actually get quite a few headshots in this game, which is weird because I suck at getting headshots. So, I actually have something I would like to talk about for once, and that is dynamic maps. Now, if you have been following Call of Duty Ghosts at all, you might have seen a video with a clip where some guy says, we're going to have dynamic maps, and it's going to be, you know, crazy shit's happening on the map all the time. And if I remembered where the clip was, I put it in here. And I was wondering, and just to clarify, dynamic maps are maps with like random elements or controlled elements by the player. So like Hydro and Express, you know, Hydro with the water, Express with the train. Those are random elements. I don't think there's really any player-controlled dynamic map elements. Yeah, there's none. But that got me thinking, are dynamic maps even good for Call of Duty? Are they even good for FPS in general? And once again, to clarify, dynamic maps are not like Battlefield 3. Those are destructible maps, and Battlefield Bad Company 2 and whatever the hell. Those are destructible maps. I'm not talking about destructible maps. I think those would be awesome in Call of Duty. I'm talking about dynamic maps with random or player events happening on the map. And honestly, I'm an idiot right there, by the way, for just like, oh, this guy knifed me and then he ducked. I wonder what he's going to do. You know, I don't think dynamic maps are good for any FPS, really, because in order to make it fair, they would have to have dynamic elements that happen on both sides of the map. And that's what led to this Domination having 2 5-minute rounds, which I think is still absolutely stupid because they fixed their own problem with how the maps are designed, and then they added time limits to make the spawns fair, even though with most of these maps they are already fair. So dynamic maps, you know, does anyone really enjoy the train element? Does anyone really enjoy the water element on Hydro? No. I mean, I don't. It's just, it's annoying to me. It's like, oh great, now it just blocks your path or is just a major annoyance. It's not really... I'm sure there is somewhat of a timer on it, but, you know, most of the time, you're not really paying attention to that timer. I have never paid attention to the timer, if there is one. And they're always an annoyance. They're never like, you know, they never seem to never come around for me at the right time. And so now imagine nearly every map having those dynamic elements in Call of Duty Ghosts. Would you guys like that? Because I don't think I would, because it just adds another random element to the game. You know, no one likes being headshot when you shoot someone first and their gun rebounds while they're shooting and it hits you in the head. I think that's sort of random. That's not really a technique, that's just luck. And no one likes that. So now imagine all these maps with trapdoors and random things happening. You know, random barrels exploding in past games was bad enough. And I mean, like, yeah, they were static, but if you didn't blow them up, they just got lit on fire. They could explode after 5 seconds, it seemed like, or they could explode after 3 minutes. And every time you got killed by one, you said the exact same thing. Oh, that's bullshit. Guarantee it. Guaranteed that's what you said every single time. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys fans of the dynamic maps? I mean, if they have to do dynamic maps, and they want to keep it fair, they're going to have to include dynamic elements on both sides of the map, which means more symmetrical maps. The maps will literally just be the same thing on both sides, it seems like. You know what I mean? And yeah, they mentioned something along the lines of, like, you can trap doors now, and I mean, yes, it does add a new element to the game, but I think most players would call that element bullshit more than fun. Anyway, so let me know what you guys thought, or let me know what you guys think on the subject of dynamic maps in Call of Duty, in any other game that you've played. You know, I don't really play too many other shooters, like, you know, multiplayer shooters that are like Call of Duty, so I don't really know of many games that have dynamic maps. But either way, comment away, let's talk, let's chat a little bit. I actually have something somewhat interesting and relevant to Call of Duty to talk about, so let's chat it up. Anyway, so that's all I really want to say on that. So let's go to the gameplay, even though it's been... I mean, this game has been a stomp the entire way through. I wouldn't say I recommend this class, but it is a very good class. It is... I underestimated this class very, very much. And it's great for a map like Slums, where there's only a couple major sight lines like this, and, you know, the low recoil, and basically if you have a good trigger finger, then this, you know, this setup could be very, very good for you. And maybe I would replace lightweight with probably flak jacket, based on how much I go after the objective. But if you want to be a Slayer, lightweight is just as good, because this is supposed to be a very, very fast class. You're supposed to be able to run around the map like a friggin' maniac and just nabbing kills. And, you know, Silencer, yeah, it's Silencer, and you guys all know what I feel like on Silencer. But I think because the range is so minuscule already that it doesn't really take away from the power of the gun. Nice little double kill to end the game that I remembered. So, yeah, I mean, this was... I don't remember. I'll have the score per minute on the screen. I don't think this is a bad class. It's not an amazing one, but it certainly was fun, especially the games that I played. So, if you want to give this class a shot, or maybe you have a different pistol that you like, you know, the B23R and the Cap 40, yeah, they're nice, but they run out of ammo real quick. Really, really quick. Anyway, that's all for me. This was a short one, huh? A short 10 minutes. Or whatever we're at. Anyway, next episode is the QBB LMG. And that'll be on probably Monday. See ya.